hot right now.
I'm Caitlin McPhail.
And I'm Holly Beckelman.
And this is Hot to Me, a podcast covering pop culture, dating, fashion, beauty, and anything else that we deem hot. So this week, 5 episodes in, we're throwing our regular format out the window.
Not for good.
Not
just
for good,
temporarily.
just for today. Yeah, just for this episode, so that we can recap High Fashion's Night of Nights, the Met Gala, of course. The Bezoses met, and we're all just living in it.
We sure are.
Feels good. Was it a little more Hunger Games feeling this year than we would like? Maybe. But we take joy where we can get it these days. And for us, that means judging outfits on red carpets.
It does. It also is still for the benefit of the Costume Institute, and I support the Met and the Costume Institute.
We do love the work they do.
It's being funded.
Yeah. As always, you can watch this episode in video format on YouTube and Spotify if you're not already. Fashion is famously a visual medium, so while we will do our best to describe the looks we're talking about, for the full experience, we do recommend the video formats so that you can see them.
In this situation, if you are an audio person, consider switching.
Just this one time. Just this one time.
And maybe you'll love it, and then you'll never go back.
Who's to say? Cool. So, before we get into the Met of it all, should we check in with the bulletins?
We sure should. The New York Dispatch. I have been out on the town the last couple of weeks, and an update that no one saw coming. I've been dating, guys. I've been dating. I've been on 3 mediocre dates, which feels good, but I'm calling it maintenance dating. I'm going out, I'm remembering how to socialize with men and getting my bearings in the new city. In fact, on Met Monday, I was out in the city, but I was on the east side, but down the bottom of the island in the Lower East Side on maybe the most boring date of my life. It went for an hour in and out. An hour. I have never done an in and out hour date before.
Welcome.
Oh.
Welcome. Efficiency is key here if you're moving through them.
Oh my God. We were talking about fucking grocery stores.
Yep. Get out of there.
That's the sort of shit that we were talking about.
Run for your fucking life.
Oh my God. I gave him a really good title for his future memoir. So I won't see any royalties from that, but it was a fucking good name, which I'll just spill now. It was Leaving Bay Ridge is the name of his
Yeah, nice.
Because I was like, that's a fucking amazing name.
Yeah, that's classy, actually.
I know, Leaving Bay Ridge. I won't ever read it, but no. I hope he does use that name.
No,
anyway, boring as shit.
Far too good of a name for a memoir for someone who is so diabolically boring.
I know, Jesus Christ. However, I am going on a date tonight. I have cautiously, optimistically high hopes. So I'll report back in future recording sessions. But he doesn't seem to be fucking crazy. So let's see how he goes. Currently waiting on a location for the date, but he has confirmed that we are seeing each other. So stay tuned on that. I'm staying tuned also.
My favorite is when they only half confirm a plan.
Yeah, he's like, I'll see you tomorrow. And I'm like, yeah, what's the plan? Now I'm like,
you're like, when? And also where?
Where are we going? Where are we going?
Or do I just leave my house and wander around and hope for the best?
And hope you see me on the streets? Anyway, high hopes.
High hopes. Yes. And we'll check back in on dating, obviously, later in the episode with our and for what segment. So stick around for that one.
Yeah. Over to you.
We're updating from the Perth Bureau this time around. Back in my hometown for 2 and a bit weeks for work and seeing my family and existing entirely in slink mode. because
Incredible to see.
the
Incredible to
yeah.
see.
One thing about growing up in Perth is, like, a scary proportion of the population of the areas you grew up in, which is where I'm currently staying. So, every time I go to Woolies, I do feel like I'm being hunted for sport a little bit. So
Imagine. Much like growing up in the east of Sydney,
Yep.
it's fucking risky out there.
Yep. So I'm like, "No one, no, no." I'm working from home and kinda keeping it that way.
Yeah, and not leaving home actually.
Like, when I say you run into people, I went for breakfast on Friday morning
Hmm.
at a place that is near where I used to live with one of my colleagues, and we got breakfast, and I saw this girl that I know just from a distance, like, I don't know her super well, but I
Yeah.
know her, and
Hmm.
then the next day was at brunch in Shenton Park in an entirely different suburb. Saw her again.
Oh my God.
Same person.
No. God. That's how I feel going to fucking Bondi Junction. Every time I go in there, I'm like,
Yeah,
oh. So did you say hi to her either time?
no.
Yeah, no, amazing. Perfect.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
won't be
no, I
doing that.
didn't. I ignored her. Okay,
No, no.
great.
My
Amazing. Great
favorite
to be reporting from the Australian Bureau of Perth.
the Australian Bureau of Perth. Boots on
Yeah,
the ground at the Australian Bureau of Perth, guys.
exactly. Yeah, incredible stuff.
Yeah, so once again, my background for recording this has changed if you're watching it on video because God forbid I be able to record it in my own bedroom. Uh,
Amazing to see a globe there, though. Kind of vintage vibes.
yeah, actually, I did buy this globe for my dad.
It's very nice. I actually love a globe. Bring back globes in homes, I think.
Yeah, I
I'm
was like,
really
this
into
is
them.
chic, actually. So,
It's super chic. My favorite thing growing up was my parents' atlas. I used to spend a lot of
yes.
time looking at that atlas,
Yeah,
which
just
makes
geography
sense
nerds.
why I'd be traveling and I'd be moving. Because from a
To
young
such
age, I knew there were other countries that I wanted to be in.
to such niche places as New York.
As New York, extremely off grid, extremely
Under
low
the radar.
profile.
Under the radar.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, amazing. Anything else from the Australian Bureau of Perth?
Um, no, just that I'm here for another at least a week and a half. And I'll
Which is
be
a long
hermiting.
stint.
It's a long stint. I'll be hermiting pretty much the whole time.
Incredible. Hopefully you get to swim though, in your home state.
I have done a swim
Good.
and it was glorious. The Indian Ocean hits different, guys. It really does.
Amazing. I wouldn't know, but I'm thrilled for you.
I hope for you to experience that one day. It'll be a treat for you.
Me too. When I went to Perth to interview Sam Kerr last year, it was windy and grey, and I was in the city, which is a really fucking random part of Perth.
You were in like the worst part of the city too.
Yeah, like the CBD. Yeah,
Yeah, like hyper local reference, but like RAC Arena kind of area.
yeah. I don't even know where I was, but amazing for our Perth listeners.
Yeah. All -3 of them.
Yeah,
Anyway, let's get into the good bit of the episode,
the gala
because
of
we'll
it
be here
all.
a while,
Yeah.
the gala of it all. So we've kind of split this up into a few categories of things that we wanted to talk about. Obviously, we'll be doing our best looks.
Hmm.
We'll be doing some misses and things that bored us, etc.
Yeah.
Um, so once again, if you're not listening on video or watching this on video, you are not going to see the visual references, but by all means, use your imagination.
Or look them up alongside. But if you're
Yeah,
gonna do that, then just watch the fucking thing.
yeah.
Jesus.
Just hit switch to video on Spotify.
Yeah, and then lock in.
Lock in.
Yeah. Anyway, I feel like this is going to be a bit kind of back and forth. We're not doing our usual segments, as we said.
Yes.
But Kato, would you like to kick off?
Yes, for sure. So we've got our list here of what our best outfits were, but we've
Hmm.
both put up the top kind of what our favorite overall like designer was, because typically a lot of the houses will dress like a bunch of people. And there's usually a winner. There's pretty much always a winner that does it better than everybody else. In my
Mm.
opinion, this year, the winner was Robert Wun, who I have been a huge fan of for some time. He loves a weird sculptural, architectural, freaky look, and
He does.
cunty and fun and hot. So
He
the
dresses
ones,
cool people because of that too.
yes, he has, or they've got a long-standing kind of partnership with Naomi Osaka, the tennis player. So all of her like dramatic outfits that she comes out in for Grand Slams are all Robert Wun. So they're always just like super extra stuff everywhere, and they look sick.
Except
But
if it's like a Nike partnership or something, though, right?
yeah, wait, what'd you say?
Because like the jellyfish dress that she wore for the Australian Open, that was a Nike outfit because she's a
Yes,
Nike
I think
ambassador.
Nike, like I think she's a Nike athlete, but it's designed by Robert Wun for Nike.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Um, yeah, so Naomi Osaka, obviously in a Robert Wun outfit for the Met Gala. It was this big white coat with these like red feathered spliced bits that looked a lot like kind of like blood, like blood on snow was kind of the vibe.
Blood spatter.
Yes. And then underneath, which you didn't see on the carpet, there was a Swarovski studded red dress that was like kind of an
Ooh,
anatomy mapping one. So like with like the musculature and like shape of the body on it in shading, which I don't even think I saw any photos of that.
yeah, I certainly didn't see that, but
No, it
love
was
the
just,
sound of it.
yeah, yeah. I was like, show me that one, guys. We also had Lisa, who was in this like floaty white gown, very ethereal, and the sculptural like 3D arms that were in it were inspired by Thai dance positions, and she is
I
Thai.
actually got that. I kind of, yeah, guessed that even without knowing the background
Yeah,
because it does look like the kind of like traditional Thai dancers.
yeah, it's very distinctive.
She
And
looked
then
great. I love Lisa on a red carpet. I feel like she always brings something really cool. She's so gorgeous as well that she always looks just like
yes,
amazing.
yes, she's so like ethereal. A
Yeah.
couple of others that really added to the collection of Robert Wun bangers was Jordan Roth, which had this grey velvet looking like full body gown, but
Mm.
crucially had like a big 3D like grey amorphous like humanoid figure coming over the shoulder, which did just look like the crushing weight of existence like personified slash a sleep paralysis demon. Uh, like faceless
Perfect.
grey figure that matches the
Yeah,
dress.
amazing.
And
Yeah.
then there was a couple of others. We had Audrey Nuna, who was in like a cunty Dalmatian Cruella kind of look. Ananya Burla, which had, this one was sick, the corporate tailored jacket with this big poofy skirt and then the fucking creepiest mask on. It was so sick.
Ugh.
And then Gustav Magna Witzo. I'm not even going to attempt.
Witsu.
Witzu?
I think
There's
so.
lines through letters there. You lose me at
Yeah.
that.
The
Uh,
line on the O is in
uh,
Danish. I assume similar for Swedish.
Gustav Magna Witzo
I
had
think
this
so.
very like body like big like suit, like bodysuit thing on that looked super
Hmm.
sick. And then extremely cool was Nishapat Supap, who had a gown on and it had like 3D printed hands and the hands moved.
So
They like
cool.
moved in and out. And so a lot of the looks that Robert Wun did were very hand focused.
Interesting.
Well, I also like I saw a couple of videos that were talking about that were saying that it's maybe not the reason, but like it's interesting to focus on the hands when the theme is fashion is art and AI is famously bad at replicating hands.
That is true, like with the fingers and
Yes.
things. Yeah, as called out by the gorgeous Katy Perry, which I'm sure we'll get into later.
Anyway, who was your designer of the day?
My designer of forever because I just adore him is Jonathan Anderson for Dior.
Yes, the
I
man.
adore Jonathan Anderson. He's got a real focus on like the natural world, flowers, plants throughout all of his designs. That was the same at Loewe, it's the same at JW Anderson, the label, and Dior. And I really love that. That's kind of like, I don't know, it really speaks to me. I'm a nature girl. I love
Yeah.
flowers and plants and things like that. And I love how he weaves it into the designs. I thought Alexa Chung looked beautiful. She was wearing this green, like lily pad dress that had a slit and like a big kind of lily pad on her side. She looked really beautiful. And then she had these like big kind of sculptural flower earrings as well. Loved that. As she said, she usually kind of leans toward more tailored outfits. She loves a blazer and things like that. So she was like, it's quite different for me to be wearing something slinky. But she
Mm.
looked amazing. Comments did say that it was more of a like Oscars gown than Met Gala, and I would tend to agree if it was for someone else. But because she usually doesn't wear things like that, I was like, great. It also was a great color. Loved the green.
I
Beautiful.
do wish that there is a Dior shoe that just came out that Jonathan
Yeah, the
Anderson did
lily
that's the
pad
lily
shoes.
pad heel, like the
Mm,
little stiletto heel. I do wish
mm,
that they'd use that instead to just like you might as like when else are you gonna do that, you know? Like
that's true. I feel like maybe it would be too much, but then also for the Met Gala, like,
yeah,
why not?
it's on
Yeah, commit.
theme.
It is. Naomi Watts, I thought looked really beautiful. She had flowers kind of woven in her hair. It was like a big kind of black poofy dress that had flowers all over the back. It was definitely Garden of Time leaning, which was the theme 2 years ago, I believe. However, because that's kind of JW Anderson's like MO, I was like,
Mm,
fine. I thought she looked really beautiful. I like how he dresses women of a certain age. She looked really happy also, which I thought was really nice. She looked really
yeah.
gorgeous. And then Sunday Rose Kidman, or sorry, Sunday Rose Kidman Urban, which is a fucking mouthful of a name. I'm like, sack the urban off. Sorry. Sack it
Also because
off.
like if you had to pick one of your parents' last names.
Obviously, you're choosing Kidman. Just be Sunday Rose
Yeah.
Kidman. That's a sick name.
That's
Anyway, she
sick.
looked really beautiful. This was her first Met Gala. She was up there with her mum, Nicole Kidman, who was one of the chairs of the Met Gala this year. We'll get into her in a little bit.
How old
But
is Sunday Rose?
I think she's 17. And
Okay, I was
this,
like, if you tell me she's 21, I'm gonna lose my mind because I
no,
remember her
she's
being
17.
born.
Yeah, suddenly you're feeling old. But this is, I believe, it's not the first year, but it used to be a rule that you had to be over 18. But then this year, both Sunday Rose Kidman and Blue Ivy were there.
Mm.
Blue Ivy is at 14, and Sunday Rose Kidman Urban is 17. Um, but apparently, I think Elle Fanning went when she was like 16, a few like years ago, and things
I
as
feel
well. So
like
there have been
surely
like,
baby Dakota went.
yeah, there have been like rare instances, but usually it's for the adults.
Maybe it's like
But
with
yeah,
a parent.
yeah, yeah. If you're accompanied, for sure. But Sunday Rose looked really beautiful. She was in like a purple and pink gown. It had like the
Mm.
kind of upper bodice part and then it floated out at the bottom. She had the signature Dior like flower earrings, which I'm not sure what type of flower it is. I thought it was a hyacinth, but I'm not totally sure. But it's kind of like in different pinks and purples, and she looks really beautiful. Both she and mum Nicole had like really long hair extensions, and I
Mhm.
thought the glam was great. It was really cool. That kind of made the looks more Met Gala as well, a bit more avant-garde with the super long hair. But I thought they looked beautiful. I love a Dior number. The other Dior mention, which she was probably my best dressed of the night, was Miss Sabrina Carpenter. She looked amazing. She didn't follow the usual, like, go for the same kind of floral, natural vibe as the rest of them, but Sabrina looked amazing. She was wearing a dress crafted out of film strips from Sabrina, the Audrey Hepburn movie. And it was so fun. I love Sabrina. I feel like she always has fun on a red carpet. She looked really beautiful and playful. And it was like dark kind of coloring, but really like really fun. It kind of gathered at the butt and then floated out. And it was just great. I loved her. So snaps to JW Anderson and Atelier Dior for me.
Yeah, that one, Sabrina Carpenter's really felt like she came in, like, with the vision, like, ready to
Yeah.
go and was like, "Here's what I wanna do," more so
Yeah.
than I think the other ones were a bit more like, um
They lean into like the more recent collections, kind of a
yes,
bit
yeah, like,
more off
more
the
Jonathan
carpet.
Anderson
Yeah.
heavy, whereas I think this was like she's like,
More Sabrina heavy.
"Here's what I want."
Yeah. But I really like that Sabrina is a Dior girl because she's probably not who I would have picked as
Mm.
a Dior girl. But I think she's cool, she's modern, she's
Well, we're in
like
Jonathan Anderson's Dior now,
I know, and she's great. I
and
really
he
love
did some
her.
sick things at Loewe, so
He sure did. He's great. Love him. So yeah, I thought that was great. There was a lot of Saint Laurent as well, but there were highs and lows for that, which we'll get into in a little bit. So who is your next, call out
yeah, we'll
carpet?
go back and forth between
Mm,
a few now. Another really good outfit, divisive, but I do think Kylie Jenner and Schiaparelli. Um, I Kylie is fashion. Like, she's a fashion girly. She's become one, and I respect that about her. I do wish that the Jenners in general would cool it with the fake nips on literally fucking everything at the moment.
I know the
Um,
fact that she and Kendall both have the like Skims nip bra thing. I was like, can we calm it down a
and then
little?
it was also there with, like, fucking pointy ones as well, and I was like,
Mm,
"Do we all need to do that?"
yeah,
But I think the concept of Kylie's look was really cool, and I think she pairs with Schiaparelli quite a lot, and it's, like, quite a good pairing because obviously she's, like, very much, like, mannequin body, but
yeah,
that's, like, Schiaparelli's very, like, sculptural like that, so it always looks phenomenal, but, so I think they're a very good pairing. It's the look is, like the top half is like a bustier, like, corset thing that's designed to look like a wooden mannequin, complete with fake nips, like, headlights on, but
of course.
then bottom half is, like, the dress is slipping off it, so it's kind of, like, slipping down, but obviously held there as part of the gown, but I think that was I was reading about it, that was, like, the intention behind it was to, like, add that tension of, like, the dress looks like it's gonna slip, like, at any moment.
Yeah. Which statue was that um based off? I'm just trying to check.
I don't know that it was.
I thought it was one of the oh, it was a direct reference to the iconic Greek statue, the Venus de Milo.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I did read that, but I don't see it.
Really? It's got the like, but it's got like the naked figure and then the
Yeah, yeah,
draping
yeah.
kind
I
of
can
going
see
down,
it
but
in
it's very
terms of,
like an
like
avant-garde version.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. It's a less literal interpretation, which is in
Yeah,
fact
which is I
on my
like.
literal body. Fun fact, when I got the Venus de Milo tattooed on my arm, I did make the tattoo lady take the nips out because I was like, "I'm not gonna sit here looking at the Venus de Milo's nips for the rest of my life."
For my whole life.
I was like, "Take the facial features out," and then she left the nips in, and I was like, "No, if we're taking the eyes out, the nips are
Oh
going
my God.
out."
Can you imagine? No eyes but still nips is
But
crazy
still,
work.
like, headlights on, Jesus.
Yeah, lol. But yeah, I like Kylie and Schiaparelli. I think it's a cool collab. She
Yes.
definitely is in her fashion era, um, especially she and Timothy together. They like
Mm.
to do a little Chrome Hearts moment.
Yeah, my
She
chrome
is
heart's king.
apparently, she's also just relaunching her Kai, the label brand at the moment. Did you read about that?
I didn't know it was requiring a relaunch.
Yeah, so apparently before it was more like trend based, which is not surprising. And she wants to make it more of like a forever capsule now. So
Yeah.
more of a like, yeah, more of an elevated approach, I
She's gone
believe.
down she's seen the row and she's gone,
She's
"Me
like, wait, I
also,
want that. Yeah,
but for me?"
definitely. Yeah. But I will say her like big kind of reinvention 3, 4 years ago, whenever it was, when she went into like minimalist Kylie or just like more fashion Kylie, I thought was
Mm,
great. Like she dresses really well now. Um,
yes.
She's had her lip filler reduced a bit. She's not in any sense of the word natural, but she's less kind of like um over exaggerated, you know?
Yes,
Her
yeah.
body certainly still is, but like there's less kind of like,
She
when everyone just started
thankfully
getting their filler dissolved and stuff? Yeah,
she thankfully moved away from Republican face early.
she did. She sure did. Um,
Who's your next?
My next was the gorgeous Hunter Schafer in custom Prada. I loved her mostly because she looked so happy. And I
Yes.
thought that was like so delightful to see. She looked beautiful. She was dressed inspired by the Gustav Klimt painting Mada Primavesi, which is
Mhm.
from 1912-13. And it's like a kind of little girl, but she managed to do that in a way that didn't feel like Epstein sinister-esque. She looked just
Yes.
like really beautiful. The dress had kind of like patchworky sort of bits on it. Hang on.
She also had, like, blue through her hair to kind of the painting itself is very, like, blue toned, and,
Yeah,
you can kind of see that in the hair in the painting, and so her hair's had, like, blue streaks put through it to kind of replicate that as well, which I thought was cute.
really cute. Yeah, I like that the dress is kind of like ripped on the side and then goes, has like kind of bits of fabric kind of pulling
Mm.
down into the like blue floral train. And I really liked a random element that she had, like a kind of classic stiletto pump, but with a sock. I love heel with a sock.
I love heel
That
with
was
sock.
I love heel with sock. She looked really cute. It was like a white kind of ribbed sock, which was very sweet. And also on the dress, she had like rosettes kind of under the bust, which was beautiful. And then like the ribbon in
Yeah,
her hair. And the beauty was amazing too. It was quite like soft, diffused blues and pinks. She really did look like a painting, and she's so beautiful as well, Hunter
yeah,
Schafer, that she actually did look like art. I was like,
yes,
fantastic, well done. Absolutely loved that.
yeah.
Well done to Prada.
My next one is Cardi B, who was wearing
Hmm.
Marc Jacobs. Probably the best Marc Jacob look of the night, I think. It was inspired by Hans Bellmer's 1933 The Doll. It was basically, um, like a fitted and then, like, flared out gown with a train, but it had all these big cushiony bits on it, and it was, like, nude colored, but with black and, like, multicolored bits.
Lacing kind of
Yeah,
almost
yeah,
over the
like
top.
lacy bits in
Yeah.
the cushioning to kind of, like, so it was a very, like, uh, unnatural, like, shape, like, it was really cool,
Mhm.
but the thing I like about Cardi B is that she's weird every time with the Met Gala, like,
She
I
loves
feel
the
like
Met Gala, and I love that about her.
I feel like it's slept on how, like, that she is consistently pretty good, guys, like, everyone was like, "Oh my god, Blake Lively was the queen of the Met Gala for a while." No, 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 no. I would argue Cardi B's hit rate is much higher.
Well,
Like,
also because Blake Lively every single year wears a really big, beautiful gown that's very feminine, has a massive train, like she's pretty
yeah, yeah,
consistent with
like
running with that. Whereas Cardi is doing something totally different every year, which is great.
like the, what year was it when she came in that, like, the big red one that made it look like she was being, like, birthed out of
Yeah, she
with,
is
like, a
nuts, and I
yeah,
love
with,
her.
like, a, fitted, like, hood over her head and just, like, the big neck piece, so she looked like a big freaky
Yeah, she's like,
lizard, but also a uterus.
yeah, she did. She did. Another slept on, or I don't know if she slept on, but like a consistent queen of the Met Gala. Didn't actually love her look this year, but just generally, she's a fucking icon. Is Janelle Monáe.
That'll
Incredible
come up,
stuff.
yeah.
She's great. We'll talk about her. Or do we want to talk about her now?
We can, yeah. I had Janelle Monáe on my
Yeah.
list.
Yeah.
They looked amazing. Uh, it was like it was a Christian Siriano, a mixture of, like, circuitry and wiring and, like, very natural, like, mossy
Hmm.
butterfly kind of, like, fairy meadowy vibes mixed in with, like, hardcore, like, circuitry and tech, which was so cool to see mixed into just, like, a gown kind of vibe and also kind of post-apocalyptic.
Yeah. They definitely looked like a tree trunk. I also didn't know that Janelle was non-binary.
Yeah, I feel like that's happened in the last couple of years that they came out.
I was not aware of that, but good call out. But they looked like a tree trunk, kind of, but with like, yeah,
Yes.
plugs and cords and things coming through, which again, very Garden of Time, that one.
Yes, it was
But
very much, like, nature reclaiming vibes,
yeah,
which
it was.
I thought it was
But
so
Janelle
sick.
always looks fucking amazing
Oh, yeah.
at the Met Gala. They always bring something really cool and like, I don't know, a bit kind of like offbeat, but like still extremely gorgeous.
Well, I think they were one of the few people in 2019 that actually understood the theme of camp.
Yeah.
And yeah, they like to get a little freaky and weird with it, which of course is exactly my bag.
Yeah. And that is what the Met Gala is for. So
That's what
I
it's all
have a
about.
separate section to talk about later, which is people who looked super hot but were not on theme. They just looked hot, which
Yeah.
is like, okay, but there's not a lot of themage happening
Yeah,
there.
no, buy in, sorry.
Buy in. You've got $100,000 ticket to the
Yeah.
fucking Met Gala. Buy in.
Yeah, I got thoughts on that, but anyway,
Yeah.
what is your next one?
My next one, I thought Zoe Kravitz in Saint Laurent by Anthony Vaccarello was really beautiful. I loved it.
Yes.
Was like a black lace, had a basque waist, dyed black, kind of worn online, so you could see her body underneath it. She looked really beautiful. I
Mhm.
thought the hair was kind of like, it wasn't like a slick back, but it was like vaguely kind of wet look esque. And she just looked like beautiful, so beautiful. I think the
Yeah.
art part comes into like, you can see her body underneath it and also just the like craftsmanship of the lace
Yeah.
as well. And then that really like exaggerated waist. I don't know if there was a direct like reference point for that. So maybe we're just going to go for like fashion is art,
Mm.
craftsmanship reasoning there, but I thought she looked really beautiful. She also had her gigantic rock from one Harry Styles, which was mostly hidden in her pocket but sometimes visible, which
I,
I mean,
cannot believe that.
I still think it's a PR relationship, hands
I
down. I
I
still
thought
think
it
it
was
is.
this whole time I've been like, "Well, that's a PR relationship." We would talk about this frequently, how we think that's a PR relationship. And what do you mean they're
Hands
engaged?
fucking down. It's a PR relationship. I'm sorry. It started like 3 months before the album started getting teasing. The timing was too perfect. Too perfect. And she's
And,
wearing a
like,
ring by Jessica McCormack, for whom she's an ambassador, which, like, I guess that kind of makes sense that you would wear a ring for a house that you're associated with. But I'm still like, come on. Come
but
on.
also
They've been together for 8 months. Are you fucking kidding me?
but also he's about to go I mean, has he already started the world tour?
No, not
You're
yet.
telling me
But
he's
yes,
got time to get engaged?
I guess he's doing more of a like residency kind of format for this tour. So he's not like changing cities every second night, but he's still like moving around
Yeah,
and
no,
like on the other
I am
side of
not
the
convinced of this.
world.
Also, I hate to say it, I'm not convinced of this because she's been engaged like 4 times.
Yeah, three. Married once, engaged three times.
Yeah, to whom the engaged ones were, okay, Harry Styles, Channing Tatum, uh, who was the one before that?
The guy she married, whose name I fucking forget every single time. Um, husband.
A quick
Um, yeah, a quick Google, 2 seconds. Oh, Carl Glusman. They began dating in 2019, married in June 2019 at Lenny Kravitz's Paris home, and divorced after 18 months of marriage. I also will
engaged 3 times
say,
and married once, Jesus.
yeah, she can do whatever she wants, obviously. I also think Zoe Kravitz is like so ethereally beautiful. But
Yes.
I feel like people are like, she's so natural. She's actually had, I would say, quite considerable work done, but it flies under the radar because it's done very well. But like
Well,
if you look at
also
photos of her when she was younger, which she was very young as well, and faces change, etc. But she has for sure had quite a bit of work done. Again, all power to her, but let's just call it out here.
She does, I think, get away with it because she had, like, a fairly not unusual bone structure, but very, like,
Mm,
ethereal bone structure to begin with. I mean, her mum's Lisa Bonet, like, come on.
yeah.
But definitely some subtle work done. Like,
Yeah, and the lips especially. I
yes,
don't
but
care because I think she's so beautiful to look at and
yeah,
like
no, you
incredible. But
do what you gotta
let's not
do.
be saying that it's all natural,
Yeah.
okay? Let's
Let's be
not be
so for
saying
real.
that.
None of these
Yeah,
people are aging fucking naturally.
no. Um, but yeah, I also think on the Zoe and Harry thing, if it is real, which I'm not fucking convinced that it is, but if it is, don't
I
you
need
think this just
receipts.
proves that the taxi cab theory is correct? Because I'm like, he's been in several long-term relationships. He was with Taylor Russell, and he's with Olivia Wilde for 2 years, made out with some people. And then
Olivia
I
Wilde
think,
famously went well.
yeah, but they were together for a long time. Like 2 years is a really long time. Um, don't I fucking know it. Anyway, they, but they,
Amen.
um, and then I think sometimes men wake up one day and they go, "Yep, cool. All right, I'm ready to lock in and get married now." And I think after 8 months, he was like,
No,
"Done."
and genuinely, I think it is that they just wake up one morning.
No,
Like,
genuinely,
they'll just wake up and be
genuinely.
like, "Oh, yeah, I feel like I'll get married now."
Well, that's what I mean. The taxi cab theory. Just one
Yeah.
day the light goes on, and the next person who gets in the cab, they go, "Done."
Yeah, wow, I hadn't heard that one before, but that really sums
Oh,
it up.
really? Yeah, sorry, that's the theory. I just threw that out there like everyone knew what that was. But yeah, the theory is that it's like not ready, not ready, not ready, and then suddenly the light goes on, and then just the next person who gets in the cab is the person that
Yeah,
they end up with, which makes me mentally ill to
that
think
makes me
about. That
homicidal.
that makes me suicidal, homicidal, genuinely furious,
That
like
gives me
in
the
every
sueys big
capacity.
time.
Yeah, I'm like, what do you mean just one day they're like, I'm gonna get married now?
They're all
Are you
fucking
fucking
crazy.
kidding me? Are
No,
you
they're all
fucking
fucking
kidding
crazy.
me? Are you kidding me? Yeah. But you're in your 30s, I'm approaching 30s. Surely the lights are gonna start coming on, guys.
No, I ever since I
Don't say
realized
no. Don't say no. I'll have a mental breakdown.
no, it's not a no. No, that was a no and.
No, and yeah, I was like,
No, because since this year I turned 32 and saw all these things about the fact that when you're 32, you're in the season 1 of Sex and the City, I felt way better about it all.
yeah, wait, because how old is she is she 35 in the first season or 32?
30 she's 32.
Oh, she's 32 in the first
3 of them
season.
are
Yeah,
32 and
incredible
then I think
stuff.
Samantha is 38.
Sam's older. Yeah.
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 So we're in
Okay,
season 1,
great.
guys.
Well, I'm still like a fetus. I'm like in
You're not even
the
in season
prologue
1.
right now. I'm not even in it yet. So that's good. Um, I feel like I've lived through about fucking 17 seasons, but all good.
Well,
All right. Who are we up to? It's your turn, I believe.
yes, speaking of aging naturally slash aging in general, my next one is Bad Bunny, who did a custom collaboration with Zara. We don't love to see that it was the evil Zara, but all good
It was
because
Atelier Zara, though, I believe.
nonetheless.
Yeah,
uh Benito my king, seriously, he loves a freaky little look. He usually
he's
does.
a
This is
fashion
his
boy.
like he's a fashion boy. This was his first like stunt look, I think. I think it was last year that he wore the backless suit, the backless white suit,
Mm.
which was diabolically hot to me.
Yeah.
uh
Oh.
and he had he had this custom suit on that had this big like bow tie, like floppy bow tie kind of thing, all black. And then he had prosthetics done that aged him 50 years. Um and they were pretty legit. Like the prosthetics made sure that it aged his hands, it aged everything that was visible. His hair was
Mm.
white, everything. The prosthetics were done by Mike Marino, who has done several Heidi Klum Halloween party looks in his time.
If he's
So
trusted by Heidi, then he must be legit.
knows his way around a prosthetic.
Yeah.
Uh, and the old age thing was actually relevant to the theme because there's a section of the exhibition at the Costume Institute that talks about aging bodies and dressing aging bodies.
Yeah.
So I think that was a really cool way to kind of bring that element in and be like, yeah, I am just wearing a suit, but I am old. And my favorite thing was there was a clip where someone was interviewing him and they were like, how long did it take to get all of this ready? And he goes, 53 years.
Dead. So funny. Also, did you see the clip of him going up to say hi to Kris Jenner? And she looks like she's kind of just like, hey, like, I think she didn't recognize him. I think she actually did not know who he was and thought that he was someone else, which
She's
is
like, who's
so
this random
funny.
old man?
Well, because if he's saying hi, they must be on like decent terms. I don't think he and Kendall broke up on bad terms at all, reportedly.
No, no.
And usually she'd be like, hi. And she kind of is like,
Okay, well,
she
he
didn't
still
know it was
looked like
him.
Bad Bunny.
Yeah, I
Um,
know, but maybe she just didn't expect it, or maybe she was blinded by the lights of the carpet, but
he
really
was on
funny.
10,000 beta blockers, as I would be on a red
Yeah,
carpet.
yeah, for
But,
sure. I would be fucking hazed over. Like,
as I said on the day, and I'll say it again now, the old man prosthetics still would.
oh my God.
Obviously, I'm kidding.
I don't know if you are. And also, I don't know if I
No,
feel that
that's far
strongly
too
about it
old.
either. Yeah, but if it was Bad Bunny,
Yeah, look, I'd have to think about it.
yeah. Mm.
Ugh.
It's not a it's not a hear me out, it's a hold me back.
Let's just say it's not a hard no and leave it at
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
That door is not entirely closed.
Oh no, it's cracked
And
open
Bad Bunny in general is for sure a hold me back.
all the time. All the time.
Always.
Okay, cool.
What
Next one. I absolutely loved Anok Yai in Balenciaga by Pierpaolo Cioli or Piccioli.
Mhm.
She went as the Black Madonna, and her outfit was cool. It was like a long black gown that had a black hood. But the real call out here was the glam, which was
It
done
was
by
amazing.
Shika Daly. It was incredible. She looked like a bronze, like gold statue, and it
Yes.
had tears coming down, which were like frozen onto her cheeks. She looked like she'd been airbrushed with
Yeah.
gold and then was like frozen, and she just looked like ethereal. Anok Yai is already one of the most beautiful women on the planet, and she just
Yeah.
looked like actually divine in
Yeah, it was
this
so good.
outfit. The glam was really amazing, and I would not have been as effective if without the glam. So I'm glad that they went down that path. She looked so beautiful. I don't really know Shiga Daily. Like I'm quite familiar with a lot of the Hollywood makeup artists because I'm a beauty girl and I
Mm.
pay attention to those things, but I'm not super familiar with her. So I'm gonna shoot her a follow and stay up to date because I'm hoping that after this look as well, maybe I'll start to see her name popping up more often.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm just ignorant swine and she's out and about and I just didn't know. But
Just ignorant swine.
I actually might be. But you see the like Mary Phillips,
Mm.
you know, Nina Park a lot. So
Yeah.
I would be interested to see what else Shika Daly does, and I'll be paying
Yeah.
attention to her. But yeah, snaps to Anok Yai and Pia Paolo because it was really a beautiful overall look.
Mm. Nice. I'm gonna stay in freaky prosthetic land because we would be remiss
Right?
if we did not speak about Heidi Klum. Um,
Props to her for going all in, but she did look
I
fucking crazy.
love her. So obviously no designer on this one, but an actual army of artists. I watched the
Mm,
little like video doco thing that she posted about it
yeah,
afterwards. She went in full body prosthetics to look like the Veiled Vestal, which is a Raphael Monti sculpture. That I think Heidi has like a bust of in her house.
of course
Um,
she does.
yeah, she doesn't have the original, but she's got a copy of it. She I've always said Heidi Klum cannot dress for a red carpet. She is a model. She's so good looking. She wears some of the most heinous shit you've ever seen on a red carpet, but no one
As Annabelle put it the other day, she is always a mess on the
she's
carpet
always a
all the
hot
time. She's
mess,
always a fucking mess on the carpet.
but unless she's in costume, no one goes harder at a costume that requires full prosthetics teams and special effects people than Heidi Klum. She famously hosts a Halloween party every year and like goes all in on like her costumes. Also,
Never
famously,
forget the fucking worm. Never
the
forget the
year that
worm.
she went as the worm, I predicted that correctly,
Did
like
you?
3 months beforehand.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was
What
recording an
did
episode of
what
my old
just
podcast that I did with Ella, and we were like, yeah, I was like, she'll probably come as like a fucking worm or something. And then she did.
Oh my God, you are the oracle.
But Heidi Klum seems like the nicest person with like such a fun sense of humor. Like, I think everyone just loves working with her. And she's so batshit crazy for being like, yeah, I am going to be wearing an entire like silicon statue suit and
Yeah,
prosthetic to the eyeballs. But you know what? That was the theme, and she went hard and she looked
she
great.
did.
She looked crazy, but she looked great. Uh,
It is
and
for the
this is
Costume Institute after all. And she went in a
yes,
motherfucking costume.
yes,
She
that's
did
like
look crazy, but she did look great. Like
but like
amazing.
how many costume people did she have to hire and pay to create that for her? So she's contributing in more
To the
ways than
arts.
one.
She is. I also think like how they did it to make it look like a person with a veil over the top. And I feel the same way about actual marble. I'm like, I don't know how the fuck they do
They
that, but it
there
is
was a lot of
incredible.
similar techniques that they did in getting the
Yeah.
silicon right that they used in the actual like marble sculpting to get the draping, but they did
It's
such a good job.
incredible. It's incredible how they do that. Like an actual fucking rock to make it look like there's a gauzy layer over the top of something is insane.
Yeah.
Um, Same for Heidi. She's a mess, but bless her.
No, I loved it. And then there was a part in the video where they were showing her like getting into the costume and the process behind making it. And she's like, I can't wait to just stand still in the corner and then smile at people. I was like, I would do
She
that
is fun.
all night. Just scare the shit out of people, especially once they got drunk. Be so funny.
So funny. My next one was Kendall Jenner in Gap Studio by Zach Posen. Zach is another like master veteran of the Met Gala. He's done a lot of really amazing looks. I thought this was beautiful, like just of itself amazing. It was kind of draped, similar like we mentioned earlier. She had a nip coming out, but it was like draping. She looked like the winged victory of Samothrace, which is a second century Greek statue of the goddess of victory, which is actually in the Louvre, right, as you come in. So that was what it was inspired by. But there's a photo of her from inside the gala when she like throws out this extra fabric and it has these like incredible wings. And I'm like, I fucking wish we got that on the carpet because
I don't
like
know
I
why she didn't do
understand.
that on the carpet.
Well, I know that we're like pressed for space and stuff like that, and the wings were fucking huge. They were really big, but I'm like, if that is the point of the outfit, like, why am I not seeing them?
But also, people take up as much space as they need to take up on the Met Gala carpet. They'll make room for you if your dress is fucking huge.
For sure. But she looked really beautiful. Zach Posen has fully like revolutionized Gap, and I like that he's got this Gap Studio thing, similar to like when H&M Atelier does their things and
Mm,
Zara, whatever. I think it's really cool that Zach still has this outlet to do these like custom high fashion gowns.
mm.
But she looked really beautiful, I thought. Again, it was like it was nothing unexpected for Kendall, but I did think she looked beautiful. And once I saw the wings, I was like, great.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna
I'm sad the
fact
wings
check
didn't come
something
out
quickly.
on the carpet. My only
Yeah.
note on that one is that the nip, because there was like one boob out, which is like
Mm.
fine, but that nip to me from a distance truly looked like a chicken cutlet. Like,
It did. And that's another thing. I'm like, I wish it would maybe closer to her skin tone. which maybe it
Yes.
was done not to actually look like her nip, and so it looked more like marble, but it did
Yeah.
for sure look like a chicken cutlet.
It was, a little distracting to be like,
It
"Oh, and
was.
now you've got this, like, chicken fillet with a nip on it."
Yeah, for
But the
sure.
rest
But
of
I
the
did
gown
think she
was,
looked
like, so pretty.
really beautiful. The draping was amazing, like around her leg, and it had a kind of like another piece of fabric coming around her waist and then went down into this like really beautiful train that kind of just looks like it spilled out. It was
Mm,
very beautiful. I thought her glam was great too. She had like a low kind of chignon, messy,
mm,
like piecey bun situation too. She just looked very beautiful. And as a supermodel, that's what I want to see from her.
yes.
And she nailed it. But bring the fucking wings out next time.
Yes, seriously. I would have had so
Yeah.
much more respect for it at first look if I'd seen the wings.
Yeah.
Um,
Over to you.
On to Madonna in custom Saint Laurent. It's good to have her back. She went to Coachella, she's collabing with Sabrina. Madonna never really goes away, but she certainly backs
Never.
off. She's back at the moment, and I love to see her every time. Uh,
She always
Her
does
look,
something weird too, I think.
yeah, she
Like,
also loves to go, like, over the top. She's been doing it since before everyone else. She's like, "Bitch, don't recite the ancient texts to me. I was there when they were written." Um,
exactly.
so her look was inspired by, but was also, like, pretty bang on too. Part of the painting, Leonora Carrington's 1945 painting, The Temptation of Saint Anthony, which has, like, the main part of the painting is Saint Anthony, but then there's this bit that's, like, off to the side a little bit, and there's, like, a figure in the middle in this, like, gown with a veil with, like, a ship headpiece, and these, like, attendants or, like, people around holding the big veil out,
Mm.
um, and Madonna just, like, recreated that, right down to having, like, the attendants in the, like, colored dresses with her holding out the veil, like, exactly as it looks in the painting, which I thought was extremely niche and a good stunt and very cool.
Yeah. It's such a niche reference. Like, how on earth did they think
Yeah.
of that is my question. Um, yeah, it's cool. Two of our favorite podcasters, Chelsea Fairless and Lauren Garoni, who host the podcast Every Outfit, they said that they really liked it, but it seemed like more of an Alessandro Michele look, and they're kind of surprised that she went to Saint Laurent for this when it's such a like Alessandro kind of
Yeah, it
stunty,
is.
costumey thing. But
Yeah.
regardless, I thought that Anthony Vaccarello pulled it off. It looked beautiful. Madonna was great. Um, yeah, so fucking random, but great to
Yeah. The
see.
headpiece did it give, Curse of the Black Pearl, like, for sure, very Pirates of the Caribbean vibes, but I
Mm,
like that. I'm into it.
yeah, I couldn't stop thinking about her coming onto the carpet and being like, "Hello, these are my six waifs who I need to stand around me in Saint Laurent slip dresses, holding my bits."
No,
And
please,
the
my waifs, I need them.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I can't stop thinking about the door girl being like, "Who the fuck are these people? Like, they weren't invited." And she's like, "Oh no, 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 they have to come in. They're part
Do
of
you
my
think you have
outfit."
to clear it if you need, like, extra people on the
I would say
carpet?
so. I would say so. And then I'm sure they get turfed the second you walk in the door. They're like, "Bye bye, you're
Yeah,
not
the
coming
door,
in."
like, slams in their
Literally, they're like,
face.
but but the waves did a good job.
The
It really
waifs
was the
nailed
Madonna
it.
show that they kind of blended into the background a bit. But again, another point that like if you need the space, you can get the space. Why
You
didn't I
can get
see
the
Kendall's wings?
space. Madonna's got waifs out here. You can flap your wings a little bit.
Exactly. Let a Victoria's Secret angel flap her fucking wings.
Let her fly.
Let her fly. Okay, amazing. My next one, I think important. We briefly called her out, but a proper mention for the gorgeous Nicole Kidman in Chanel by Matthew Blasi. She looked really beautiful. She was in this amazing, like ruby red gown. There were feathers, there were shimmery bits. Nicole in red is truly like a vision to behold. She
Yeah.
looked extremely gorgeous. I mentioned earlier as well the really long hair extensions, and she had like a really great kind of like wispy fringe and really, really long blonde hair extensions. And she looked amazing. I'm very much into a feathered sleeve,
Yeah.
and she pulled that off. I will say her explanation for why she wore that outfit was fucking crazy. Did you watch that?
What was that one?
She was like, um, their inspiration for this dress was red and how red has appeared in
Oh,
art
yeah.
over the years. Girl, what?
And you're like, "No, I think you
What
just liked
the
it and,
fuck?
like, retrofitted it to whatever the theme was, even though you're one of the chairs."
I think Mathieu Blasi was like, I have this amazing dress and we're going to reverse engineer
Yeah.
that to the theme, but you will wear this dress. And she looked
We are
amazing.
shoehorning it in.
Yeah, she was an ambassador for the house, so she definitely had to wear Chanel. And I thought she was fantastic in it, but the reasoning was batshit crazy. But I
Yeah.
don't care because she looked
A
amazing.
stretch.
And like, yeah, whatever though. Like, yeah, red does appear in art over the years. Okay, you
Sure.
maybe could have come up with a better reason before for like when you were going to be interviewed about it, but whatever, all good. Your turn.
Yeah, my next and final one is Wisdom K, who, if you don't know who Wisdom is, he is like one of the biggest fashion creators on the internet, most likely at this point. He's got millions of followers. He makes these really sick, like super produced videos where he styles outfits.
Ooh,
And he'll like get given challenges, or he'll do one that's like, looks inspired by like an anime or by the planets or, SpongeBob characters, but all the looks he puts together are fucking sick. Like they're so
oh,
good. Oh my god.
that's
And
amazing.
it's all like he's got a collection of like thrifted stuff, but he's also got the most insane collection of like Rick Owens chrome hearts, like
Amazing.
all these like really niche designers as well. Like he wears some of
Mhm.
the coolest stuff. Anyway, I love him. He's like 23 and he's killing it. He was
So
wearing
cool.
custom public school New York, and they've made this suit that is using like upcycled vintage fabrics. It's got a velvet cropped jacket. It's got two corsets. And it's
Mm,
like the jacket comes out and is like square straight down and kind of crops off at the bottom of the ribs. So you can see where the corset sits. And then the pants also sit off the hips. So they look
very cool.
like, so it's like box, but then in the middle is this like snatched little corset waist. And it
Go
looks
off.
sick. And there's heaps of like metal bits that they sourced through like eBay. Like they kind of like hodgepodged it together. It was created by Dao Yi Chow and Maxwell Osborne, who I assume are the guys behind Public School New York, and they worked like
Mhm.
pretty closely with Wisdom, but it ended
Wisdom.
up looking really cool. And like he's a true fashion
Yeah.
boy, so I was excited to see what he wore.
I also like to see a man with an accentuated waist, like in a corset style thing. I want to see more tiny man waists.
He's very much a man heel, man bag, tiny man waist, floaty man shirt. Like he'll wear whatever, and that's what I love about
He's a
him is that
McQueen boy, is what
that's
I'm
why his
hearing.
outfits are so sick, is because he will wear literally whatever, and it always works out.
Yeah, he looked great. He's gorgeous as well.
Yeah, no,
Um,
genuinely, I'm like, and he's also
yeah,
seems like super nice.
yeah, love that. Okay, my last one is Rihanna and ASAP Rocky together. As
Hmm.
usual, they showed up about an hour and a half after the carpet,
I love how they do
as
that.
is their right, because they are
Yeah, no,
always
for sure.
late, and therefore I don't think the carpet actually ends until they arrive. Therefore, fine.
Yeah,
But Rihanna was in custom sculptural Maison Margiela by Glenn Martens, and ASAP Rocky was in Chanel by Mathieu Blasi. Um, they looked amazing. I have no idea what Rihanna's dress was referencing, if it was referencing anything, but she looked sensational. It was like a kind of very like sculptural, kind of like round, like a, I don't even know how the fuck to describe this. It was almost like a nest around her body. the like kind
Mm.
of shouldered around her head and then around the like waist as well in like a circle, and then a kind of sculptural gown underneath it. Um, she looks fucking amazing. She's so gorgeous. She is the Met Gala, to be
It says
honest.
here, inspired by medieval architecture from Belgium, which makes sense considering it's Glenn Martin's for Margiela,
Yeah,
who is one of the
incredible.
Antwerp Six, I believe.
Yeah, I could have looked that up and I didn't. So amazing. But I loved the like nest kind of thing that
Mm.
she's in. The dress like was long sleeve, which I also like to see. I like a long sleeve dress. I feel like you never don't get as many of them. And she also had
Mm.
really cool beauty. Like the glam was great too. Her hair was like
The
kind of
coils in the
bejeweled,
hair.
bedazzled. Yeah, coils are amazing. She looked beautiful. As usual, her lips look insane. Her cupid's bow
Yeah.
is like been really beautifully highlighted, which I love. And she had great like bling and things as well. She looked extremely gorgeous. And then ASAP Rocky, fashion's first couple, he looked great as well. He was wearing a pink like dressing gown type thing, like a long blazer with a very Carrie Bradshaw season three-esque rosette brooch on
Mm-hmm.
his lapel, which was cute. But yeah, it was like a kind of baby pink, millennial pink, long dressing gown thing that it had lapels and the like it was almost kind of kimono-esque as well, I would say.
It
And
looked a
the
little
like
like a smoking jacket to me.
it did, yeah, but I think the tie around the middle and how it was knotted looked kind of like a kimono.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I liked that had like black piping and things as well. He looked amazing. He is truly one of the hottest men on earth. And
No,
they are the hottest
genuinely,
couple ever.
for
So
sure.
gorgeous. My favorite thing to watch when I'm having a bad day or just like ever is to watch videos of him talking about Rihanna. I'm obsessed with it.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with it. His mum was like, I want you with Riri for so long. And he was like, nah, dog, we're just friends. And then they finally got it together and it's just so
It
good.
makes you
And
believe
it's
again,
like,
honestly.
it makes you believe. And I'm also just like, thank God she didn't end up with fucking Drake because the
Ugh.
fucking swag gap in that couple was diabolical. But
There's never
her,
been a swag gap
oh,
bigger.
prolific swag gap. But her and
Oh,
A together is just fantastic. So
yeah.
gorgeous.
No, her and Drake is like
Guess
a generational swag gap.
it's hard to see.
It's
Remember
hard to
when he
think about.
presented her with, was it a VMA? He presented her with like a Lifetime Achievement Award at the VMAs and was like, I love you. And because he was presenting her with the award. And I was like, okay, so you like fully made that about yourself, actually. It was like her moment to receive her award. And he's like, I love you. Shut up. Shut up.
Remember when he BBL'd his abs?
Yeah, I do. Remember how when he was in Australia, either last year or the year before, he was on his balcony at Crown doing his gambling on his laptop, and then a drone came up
And
and
he
he
threw a
threw a
crock at
fucking
it.
orange crock at it.
He's
He's
so
so
embarrassing.
weird. He's
He's so
so
embarrassing.
weird. He's super embarrassing. Anyway, absolutely loved Riri and ASAP. They look great.
Yes. Uh okay. Moving on from best looks, now we can get bitchy with it. With the worst outfits. I feel like the first one that you've got is one that we both really that like we'll talk about this one probably the most.
Mm,
Um, which is Lauren Sanchez in Schiaparelli.
what the hell, man? That
That
was bad. It
so Kylie Jenner wore
was
Schiaparelli.
bad.
A few people wore Schiaparelli. Schiaparelli makes people look excellent. Her stylist for this was Law Roach, who also makes people look excellent, famously Zendaya. The concept of Law Roach and Daniel Roseberry, who is the creative director of Schiaparelli, making you look like that, I'm like, oh, they hate you.
Yeah,
They hate you.
I
Like,
know.
she had the most, someone described it as the most Macy's ass fucking off the rack looking, like,
Damn, girl.
corseted gown. It was pretty basic shit, but like, sorry, but your husband bought out the fucking gala and this is how you turn up? That is offensive to me.
I know. I kind of like, on the one hand, I think it's good that she went simple with it because if she did something really over the top, she would get so much hate for being like, this is my event kind of thing. Um, I like to think there would have been some sort of middle ground between those two things because this is so boring. It is so boring.
But like
It's like a midnight blue gown. Like, what else can I even say
it's
about it,
referencing an
actually?
artwork, and part of the artwork that it's referencing, there's this like very ornate strap on the dress, which they have on
Mm.
this gown. But for some reason, again, because I think Law Roach actually hates her, is she's got her hair down with these like busted looking extensions in there, her Republican extensions. And so it covers the main point of the gown, which is the strap. So like
It would have been much better with her hair up.
anyone else you would have had the hair up, right? But like
Mm.
I'm sorry, but she just looks so scary to me. She looks like a stretched out like
Well, I was gonna
fucking
say I find her very hard to look at because her smile looks like it's been stretched, and that's the bit that's scary. And also, her eyes just look very dark and beady. It's
just
scary
think
to
that
see.
I just feel like her face
Scary,
creaks when she smiles.
yeah, scary.
It's
But
upsetting.
maybe Lauren Sanchez doesn't like wearing her hair up. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever seen her with her hair up.
To which I say, I don't fucking care.
Yeah. Oh no, she does occasionally wear her hair up. I'm yet to see that,
Yeah, no, I
but
think it's just someone I've watched a lot
she'll
of
wear
videos
it for
about
a
this.
wedding.
My algorithm knows what I want to see, but someone was like, this, like her look at the Met Gala, the whole thing is the definition of the word gauche,
It fully is. I also
which
just
it
don't know if she's a
is.
Schiaparelli girl.
No.
Like, she wore a Dolce& and Gabbana wedding dress. Just do that. Just do that. It wasn't a good wedding dress. I hated it, actually, but it makes sense to me that I would
No,
see Lauren Sanchez in Dolce.
they are problematic, she is problematic. It makes sense.
She's also just a fucking mystery to me. Like, tell me why she was a helicopter stunt pilot.
Sorry, what?
That's what she does. She is a fucking helicopter stunt pilot.
Like, to this day?
I don't know if she still does it because she's married to Jeff Bezos, but she is so fucking random. So Lauren Sanchez is a helicopter pilot, founder of aerial film production company Black Ops Aviation, and vice chair of the Bezos Earth Fund. She's also apparently a former Emmy-winning journalist and now focuses on climate change, philanthropy, and aerial cinematography.
How can you focus on climate change when the company that your husband owns is building more data centers than you could ever fathom at a rate that is truly scary?
And also, how are you a fucking aviation helicopter pilot for movies and also an Emmy-winning journalist and
She's like
also married
Barbie.
to Jeff Bezos? It's so random.
She's had a really misc assortment of careers like Barbie.
So random to me. I'm like, how the fuck did they meet? How the fuck is she flying helicopters around? It is so weird to me.
Yeah. And he looks like a scary lizard man living inside a human suit.
Oh, yeah, he's a blue blood for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a lizard people. But
Mm,
she has like hardcore Republican face.
yeah. Anyway, not to comment on women's bodies, but also to comment on Lauren Sanchez's face because it's really scary. It's
Because what the
really
hell is that?
scary. Yeah. It's just very Hunger Gamesy, isn't it? It's very the capital.
Oh god, yeah, that was what was very Hunger Games about the whole thing, and then yeah, when you think about the fact that he just, like, threw money at it to sponsor it, and then you're like, "And she still looked like that." Like, when they got
Yeah.
the Vogue cover, and it's like, you're just trying to buy your way into this world that you have no business being in, because you are
Yeah.
gauche.
Because you're tacky and I hate you.
You're tacky and I hate you.
Exactly. Yeah. Anyway, she did not look good. Law Roach also didn't post her on his Instagram. He posted everyone else that he dressed, not her.
Yeah, no,
Mhm.
Law Roach so I did see a video that was like, "Law Roach is part of the resistance."
I hope that he got paid out the fucking wazoo for that and then didn't
Oh,
post her at
surely.
all. Because
Surely.
also you can imagine that she'd be like, I want Laura Roach.
Yeah,
And
and he
he's
would
like,
charge whatever the fuck he wants.
yeah, fair enough. I do think the concept of an image architect is ridiculous. I'm sorry. I know
Is
he's
that
like,
what
I'm
Law
an
Roach
image
calls
architect.
himself?
Yes, an image architect, not a stylist. And I think it's insane. I'm
That is
sorry. I think you're
crazy.
crazy. This also was the first year that Law Roach, I believe, was invited, like to walk the carpet as well, like as a
Mm,
guest, which cool for him. Um,
yeah.
and he took an absolute flying leap at Lauren Sanchez's head in the process. Yeah. All right, over to you.
Um, I did not like Finn Wolfhard in Tom Brown.
Yeah.
A bummer because I'm a Tom Brown girly. Like, I do love Tom Brown. But this was just such a random combination of miscellaneous stuff in different shades of cream with
Mm,
like I think the concept was that the jacket is like under construction kind of thing.
mm,
But I don't know. I He's just a really awkward looking individual, and I think that probably didn't
yeah.
help. Like, this is going to sound bitchy, but I do find him hard to look at because he just has so much going on in his features and is so gangly.
Well, I was gonna say he's just like awkward in a way that many people struggle to achieve. He is so awkward,
It's
and I think he
phenomenal how
needs
awkward he is.
he's phenomenally awkward. Like I think he needs to get like I don't know, confidence lessons, like go to finishing school and figure out how to stand in public.
He needs
He's
to hang
so
out with
awkward
Timmy.
about it. Yeah, he does. But fucking Finn Wolfhard has been doing red carpet since he was a bebe because he was on Stranger Things from like age 12 or whatever it was. So I'm like, come on, doll, you've been doing this a while now.
I am so intrigued. Like, how did he get an invite? You know what I mean?
Maybe he's a is he
Maybe
a
Tom
Tom
Brown brought
Brown
him. Yeah.
ambassador?
I don't
Well, I
know,
don't
but
know.
I saw him and I was like, "What are you doing?"
Good for him, I guess, but like so
Yeah.
random, so random. Emily Blunt's dress was pretty diabolical. It was
So
pretty
boring.
bad. It was bad. It was boring. And also,
It was
she's just
bad
come off The
considering
Devil Wears Prada. Wear something cool.
I was underwhelmed by the entire cast of The Devil Wears Prada,
Yeah, me too.
actually.
Me too. I thought Anna Wintour looked great. Not that she was a cast member of The Devil Wears Prada, but I thought she looked cool.
No, she shits me to tears because she wears a version of the same thing every time.
She doesn't wear the same thing every time. This
It might
one
as
was a
well be the
replica
same
of a few
thing.
years ago in a different color. I don't have a problem with it because I think she knows what she likes to wear and she's always on theme. Except for this year, but maybe the whole theme was just the fashion is art creativity thing. But
Yeah, no,
she
I've never ever been wowed by anything that she's worn ever.
she never looks bad though, I don't think. I think she always looks like polished and together, and so I
No, for
respect
sure,
her for
but
that.
in the same way that like your glamorous rich aunt does, you know?
I don't know. We can agree to disagree. I'm a pro Anna in the non-anorexic way. Sorry,
No,
pro Anna Wintour, not pro Anna.
triggering.
Yeah,
No, she bores me.
yeah. Okay, who else? Yeah, the Emily Blunt was great. I didn't love Dochi's fit, which I feel bad saying because I love Dochi so much. She was
Mm,
wearing like a maroon ensemble that like covered one tit and then went around the back and then just covered her coochie and then like
mm,
fell to the floor. I don't know what that was. I do think the color was great on her, and I
yeah.
always think she has amazing presence. So for
Yes.
that, I'm like, I don't hate
If
it.
anyone can
I
get away with
personally
it,
don't love
it's
it.
Doechii.
I agree. She did look great. And in the same vein, like I didn't love her outfit, didn't love Finn Wolfhard's outfit, but at least Doji has fucking riz, like, and can like has presence. So I'm like, whatever, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But I do think like there's a lot of skin up top out, and there's a lot of leg out as well. You kind of got to like, I would
Yes.
say, pick something. You know,
Yeah.
there was a lot of tit out this year. It's a lot of
Yes.
tit out, a lot of like just tit covered by like a seashell type situation. A lot of tits out.
That's art, baby.
Yeah.
Um,
Your turn.
Yes, I did, Olivia Roosting of Balmain
Mm.
fame, who does frequently dress Beyonce, and this year did dress Beyonce and Blue Ivy, was wearing an outfit that looked reminiscent of the mums doing school pickup in Double Bay, because largely I think they are wearing Balmain.
I did
It
not
was
see
like
this, I don't think.
a boot and jeans and like a sweater.
Mm.
Yeah.
I can't see it. Hang on. I can't find it. But
Yeah,
anyway.
it's hard to find.
Mm.
Um, but
Because
I
it
did
just
it in
comes
my
up with all of the
review.
Beyonce shots. Yeah. Um, that's a shame. That's a shame.
Yeah, a bummer.
Yeah. Okay, amazing.
All right. We have deviated into two separate themes here.
Well, I think
You've
they're
done
kind of similar-ish, but yeah. Hot but not on
similar-ish,
theme. And
categorized
then Kato's
differently.
doing who bored her.
Yes. So, Holly, do you want to run through your list of who is hot but not on theme?
Yes, I thought Sarah Pigeon in Custom Loewe looked beautiful. She was wearing a kind of like chartreuse neon yellow hybrid two-piece number, absolutely zero relevance whatsoever. And someone did ask her, they were like, "What's the relevance to the theme?" And she was like, "Just the beautiful craftsmanship." Hard to see. Anyway, she did look gorgeous, but fully irrelevant. Kate Moss also in a gorgeous sheer Saint Laurent number. She looked kind of witchy, which I like to see from Kate Moss. Absolutely no idea if she's referencing anything. She did look hot, but ultimately irrelevant. Cara Delevingne in Ralph Lauren. That was such a fucking random collab, I thought. Like, I don't think
Yeah.
I've seen Cara in Ralph before, but that doesn't seem like not what I would expect.
Mm,
Um, Surprising collaboration. Hot, she was wearing like a kind of like black fitted gown with like a spill out sheer train. It had like kind of bits of embroidery in it. Again, very pretty. I would not say that it was Met Gala appropriate or particularly inventive.
yeah.
I also thought Joe Alwyn in Valentino looked good. He looked like a hot Peter Pan pixie type situation. Again, I have no fucking idea what the relevance of that was. I don't know if he also was meant to be a marble statue. He looked hot. The glam, he had like red lined eyes, which looked like he had just been huffing a joint backstage, like or in his
Or like
sprinter van before he hit
weeping,
the carpet, or sobbing.
like
But
weeping.
I did like that he looked like Robin Hood kind of. But yeah, that was me. How about you?
Um, I made a list of, yeah, who bored me, which is kind of the same thing as not being on theme. Uh,
Mm.
First up, Margot Robbie. I cannot believe that she was freed from her blood pact with Chanel, finally, to then run back to them and wear this, and I feel so betrayed by it.
But
Uh,
she's an ambassador for Chanel now, still. But which I don't mind because it's
she
different
doesn't
era
always wear
Chanel.
Chanel now, though.
No, I think she's an ambassador, but she's not like, or she's like a friend of the brand or something, but not
Yeah,
Nicole Kidman level.
she was.
And
Yeah,
it's
she was
different
out of
era
her.
Chanel. It's not Virginie anymore. It's Mathieu, and I like what he's doing, but this dress was fucking boring.
It's just like a goldish dress. Like
Yeah,
it's
it was very
borderline.
Oscars.
I would be bored of it at the Oscars even. But like
Yeah.
to come off the Wuthering Heights press tour where she looked so sick and everything was like
Mm,
so interesting and different for like every single appearance that she did. Where's that?
I know. I also didn't think it was a great color on her, just because it made her, it washed her out a little bit,
Yes.
I thought.
Yeah. Like the whole thing I was like, "Really? We've seen you
I
be
know.
cunty. Do it again."
I know.
Um
I'm just like, if you're gonna come, do something cool.
come correct. Uh Gigi Hadid in Miu Miu. It's a nice look, but like, what is this? And also the underwear underneath looked
Mm,
heinous. Um,
yeah.
it's
I also
basically
just,
just like a
yeah, I'm
see-through
not,
slip dress with like granny panty on underneath, and there's some flames and stuff going on, but like you could do so much here and you just didn't.
I know. I also just am not a massive fan of no makeup makeup. Like,
Yeah, it didn't. The glam didn't look good.
I just like she's beautiful no matter what she wears. But for me, I'm just like, I don't understand the point of no makeup unless it's
Mm,
like for a fucking runway that has really like intense clothes or something. But I'm like,
yeah,
it just makes you look like you're half asleep when everyone else is like glam to the
yeah,
nines.
exactly. It like sticks out for the wrong reasons.
I know. I like Gucci. I mean, I like Gigi for Miu Miu, so I was
Yes.
disappointed by this. She does
Yeah.
well on the red carpet for the Met Gala usually too, so this was
Um,
sad.
yeah. Another one that bored me to tears was Miranda Kerr and her husband, billionaire what's his nuts. I she was just in like a white thing with a bun, and it was like so diabolically boring. And then today I saw a women's health post on Instagram, Women's Health magazine, about her arm workout to prep for the Met Gala and wanted to throw up. So,
That feels very 2002.
yes, further points deducted for that,
Hmm.
actually. Um, Also,
Yeah.
Charlie XCX, I really wanted a lot more from her. She looked good, but no.
And we
Wrong
know
event.
that Charlie's freaky too. We know she's cool and freaky,
Yes.
so it's like do something cool and freaky. She did look very pretty, but like,
Yeah.
so what, you know?
Yeah. Um, Maybe she was just like, I have had so much attention for the last 12 months. Leave me alone.
But she's just released new music.
I
Like,
know.
she doesn't want to be left alone.
It's like in the moment where Kylie's like, just when you think everyone's sick of you, that's when you have to hit it harder. Um,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
finally, Hugh Jackman and Sutton Foster were there, and they were the most boring couple ever. Like, Hugh Jackman has like not a single iota of like cunt in his body. Um, so like
They're just
understandable.
nice. They're just nice, you know?
Yeah, and Sutton Foster also the same, but, like, I was like, "Guys, this is, like, parents going out to a work gala, seriously."
Which, like, it's a very fucking expensive date night if you're just gonna dress boring as shit, you know?
A pretty high faff, high cost date night, actually.
Like $200,000 just for you guys to walk in the door and you're giving me a gorgeous nothing. What's the point? What is
Yes,
the point?
king.
Give us literally less than nothing. Yeah.
Um, alright.
Yeah, that wraps up our Met Gala discussion. Hope you enjoyed that. Let us know what you thought of the format and things as well, because we can adjust to fit in the future.
We're pretty
But
agile
super agile over here
in
at
that we wing
Optimally
it pretty hard.
Incorporated. Yeah, we be winging it. And for what? Please, for what? So yes, over to and for what? This is our dating segment where we dive into all sorts of relationship questions and quandaries and give advice with pretty much zero authority to do so. Um, so I'm going to hand straight over to you, Kato, for your update because I love your update. It's fucking funny.
And I actually
But
have one.
I will say, Kato and I both broke our dry streaks this week. A bit of accountability from both of us.
Let's
Wow.
hear it for the girls.
And the fact that we entered the dry streak in the same week and exited in the same week is pretty incredible.
Yep, yep. And
Yeah.
in the gorgeous immortal words of Casey Musgraves, it wasn't good anyway. Uh,
And it wasn't even good anyway, which we
um,
should have predicted given we talked about that on this fucking thing. But
Honestly,
anyway,
look,
over to
baby
you.
steps. So we alluded to this in the last episode, and I didn't have enough information yet, but I've got more information for you all now, guys. So buckle up. I've had this thing recently where men have just like reappeared in my DMs. It's been 3 or 4 of them now in the last 6 to 8 weeks,
Yeah.
which is a lot considering my phone was like the Sahara Desert for quite some time. Um, One of them reappeared. They'll all remain nameless. One of them reappeared and said, well, just reappeared to ask how I was doing. And I was like, the
So
last
you're
time
like,
we spoke,
hello?
you started only really messaging me after 11 p.m. Very booty call vibes. And I was like, not really what I'm into. This feels gross. Told him that. Gave him truly a serve about that, actually. And he kind of disappeared off the radar for a while. He reappeared in my
As they
DMs,
usually
and
do when you call them out about something. They go,
oh yeah, no, they hate it. They'll do it
Mhm,
every time. Nice try, motherfucker. And
mm,
uh he messaged and I was like, all right, I'll entertain this because I don't what do you want? What do you want? Why are you here
what do
in
you
my
want?
DMs? It turns out he wanted to be friends. Sure. Uh, so we hung out as friends one time, and that was good. That was fine. And then I did get you upped like a week later. Um,
Hmm.
so that kind of I was like, okay, now I know where we're at, which is not really a friend vibe.
Not really feeling too much like friends, I think.
No, yeah, and I've got a lot of friends, so the bar's like pretty high. So then recently I was out, he was out, and I was kind of like, I think I've got a pretty easy end to the dry spell here, guys. Like, I think
Yeah.
sometimes you have to just take the sure thing.
Don't I fucking know it?
Yeah, you have to take the sure thing. Uh, so I was like, okay, we're both out. Let's get a drink. The suggestion was that the drink should be at my house, which is when I
From
was like, that
him, his
was
suggestion. Yeah.
that was even easier than I thought it would be. Because at
Nicely.
this point, I haven't committed myself to anything, but I was like, let's just see what happens. And then so he comes to my house. I meet him at my house, and he's in the house for 5 minutes. And then we're making out, etc. 5 minutes later, guys, no, stands up in my living room. I'm fully clothed and just removes all his clothes so fast I had no time to react. Um, so then he's standing in my living room. I'm lying on the couch, fully clothed. Remember that. He's butt ass naked in the living room.
I can't. I can't.
And I went, ah!
Wait, what are you doing? What are
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
doing?
No, I literally put my hand over my eyes and went, whoa, 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 whoa.
So funny. It's so funny.
Skipped a few steps there, cowboy.
Mm.
So then I made him put his pants back on. And I think
As is your right.
he maybe died a small ego death in the process, but you know what? I didn't want to do that.
No, not your business, not your problem. Put your fucking clothes on, dude.
Yeah, you've been in my house 10 minutes.
And
And you
I'm fully
and I as
clothed.
I said to him, what happened to being friends?
Ooh.
I said, what happened to being friends? And he goes, and then I said, be so for real with me. Did you say you wanted to be my friend so that you could hook up with me?
A fair
And he says,
question.
no, I want to be your friend and I want to hook up with you.
I can't. I actually am. It's so outrageous.
Those are kind of the same thing uh,
Yeah.
from where I'm standing.
It's actually so funny. It's so funny
Yeah. And then
because, like, why did
so,
you admit that? Why did you admit that?
yeah, thanks for your honesty, I guess. But like, now I haven't heard from him in over a week.
So rude. Such bad manners.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is something that we've talked about, that there is an absolute epidemic of men who will hook up with you and then they don't fucking message you the next day. And it's like, I'm not
Yes.
looking for a marriage proposal, but I find it incredibly rude. Message me.
Yes.
Confirm
Even
I'm
like,
fine. Just be like,
yeah.
hey, nice to see you last night. You all good? Or
Yeah,
just,
and it's
I
like
don't
even
even
in this
care
case,
what it
like
is, but just something.
in this case, like we didn't seal the deal, so to speak. But like
Mm.
some things happened and maybe just check in.
It's very rude,
It's
I
so
thought.
rude.
It's very rude. Yeah. Anyway, I can't wait to
So
see what he does next. It will be a mystery to both us and also probably to him.
yeah, and in the meantime, we're kind of back to square one with no viable options and technically an ended dry spell, but like,
Kind
was
of.
it?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think you're back to square one. You're just in a holding zone, holding pattern right now, especially because you're not even in the state, you know?
Oh yeah, no, and absolutely negative chance that I'd be attempting any kind of dating while I'm in this city. So
Yeah. Like with situationships of years past, they fucking hate it when you're out of state.
they
Hate it.
hate
They
you when you're not
hate it.
accessible to them immediately. They hate it.
Which is so stupid because it's like, well, you're not even fucking trying to see me anyway. But like,
I was just about to say, okay, but what difference does that make? Because we live 10 minutes apart and you don't want to see me anyway.
it's so fucking stupid. But like,
Suddenly I'm across the country and it's like, oh, what a bummer. Shut
yeah.
up.
But my situationship of years past, um, fucking hated it when I would not be in the same city. And like he like wouldn't talk to me when I was away, despite talking to me constantly when I was here. And I'm like,
Baby girl, grow up.
what is wrong with you? I'm sitting on a deck chair, like like 1 hour apart from you. Like, what is the problem?
Yeah.
It's so weird. They fucking lose their minds about it, which is just crazy. I'm like, I think you like to know that I'm just a few kilometers away, even though you're not going to do anything about it. It's so stupid.
It's the security of having the option there, even though if you don't ask me to hang out, your option rapidly disappears anyway.
So stupid. So stupid. Anyway, my update is Murder and Merlot King from last episode. I did hook up with him, which
Yes.
is so embarrassing to say after we talked shit about him last week.
No, you know what? Had to be done.
Oh, it had to be done. It had to be done. And it was about me,
As
not
I
about
said,
him.
the easy wins.
It was an easy win. It was not about him. It was because I was like, I gotta just like remind myself that I'm alive, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Feel something.
I need to feel something. I need to like remember that I'm a human being. And getting pounded by tiny Asian ladies in the massage parlor is not really cutting it anymore.
I really thought that sentence was going somewhere else when you
No,
started it.
no.
And I was like, Holly,
You're like, excuse me? But
a
no,
little
it's not.
decorum on this
No,
extremely loosey goosey podcast.
no, it's not cutting it anymore. Um, so yeah, I did hook up with him. It was super mid. He was way more annoying in person, even than over the phone. He was part of the socialist alternative, and when I say was, I mean he is. I mean
Yeah,
he
yeah,
is a
and
member of that political
not the
party.
uni socialist alternative,
No,
like
the
socialist
grown-up one,
alternative for adults.
the grown-up one. Um, and he just talked smack about big corporations the whole time, which I'll tell you is not necessarily something that I want to talk about in bed. But unfortunately, that it is what I was subjected to.
Yeah, not super a turn on.
No, we didn't talk about Matter and Merlot, mostly because also not super a turn on. Um,
What do you
anyway,
mean? You don't find the professor of wine sexy?
don't. Don't. Which we will say, actually, we had a message from friend of the pod, Conrad, who told us that there are actually, you can study wine at university. So that was my mistake.
It's
But
not
it's
called a
not a
professor of
professor of
wine, though.
wine. It's not. But you can study wine at university in the agricultural department, we think.
Likely.
But yeah, my favorite part of this, and by favorite, I mean I died a small death because it was so embarrassing. I'm lying there. I think I came out from the bathroom and I like got under the covers and he looked at me and he went, yeah, so I'm probably gonna head off. And I went, yeah, no, I expected you to, just because I was like, I got under here because I'm cold, not because I'm expecting you to stay over. And he was like, yeah, I just really love my own bed. And I went, I don't blame you. And also, you weren't invited. to stay
Yeah.
here. Go
Who said I
away.
wanted you in my house anymore?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna head off. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, God, God, I'm sorry. I just wanted to like be under some covers for a second, so I'm not lying
Yeah.
there on display. Jesus Christ.
And
So embarrassing.
to which I say, and for what?
And for what, guys? And for what?
To what
Anyway,
end?
my other favorite thing is him saying goodbye. I walked him out. So I'm a lady, kind, polite lady. Walked him out
Yes.
the front of my building, past the doorman who smirked at me, and I was like, "Don't even,
Not today.
don't, no." And out the front, I was like, "Okay, well, thanks for tonight." And he was like, "Yep, I'll see you around." And I'm like, "Will
Oh,
you?" Because we don't live in the same part of Brooklyn, and I believe we will never intercept each other in the wild ever. Um, but
I
yeah,
hate
see
see you
you around, I
around.
guess. So random.
I hate
Just
see
say
you around.
bye.
I hate see you around, and I hate we should do this again sometime.
Unless you actually mean it, but if you mean it, then you're probably not putting it like that.
We should do this again sometime. What, am I just sitting here politely waiting for you to message me so that we can do this again when you feel like it? I'll kill
Oh,
you
I'll kill you. I will. Yeah.
with my bare hands.
Anyway, anyway, and for fucking what
And
is what I
for
say to that.
what?
And for what? All right, so if you do have a dating query for us, please send us a DM or a voice note. It can be totally anonymous. Our DMs are always open at Hot to Me Pod. Alternatively, if you have a question for us, if you want to ask us any questions about
Mm-hmm.
our dating lives, about anything really, send it on in. We're keen to answer and discuss on air.
Yes, always. We love talking about this shit in case you couldn't tell. All right. That is the end of this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please, if you like the show, rate and review us on whatever platform you're listening on. Subscribe and tell your friends about us. Word of mouth is excellent for podcasts.
Send it to a friend. Maybe don't send it to your mom, but send it to
Yeah,
someone.
probably not your mum or your nan, but like maybe if they can hang. Um, you can find us at Hot to Me Pod on socials. So that's Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. And you can also find me on the Smut Fairy podcast, where I discuss smutty romance books with my bestie Eleanor.
And you can find me, Holly, on Substack at as soon as possible. Thanks,
Thanks
guys.
again for joining us, and we will see you all next time. And in the meantime, stay hot.
Stay hot. Bye.